Hello there, you guys, and welcome back to this very last etude for the Very Easy Melodious Etudes by Edward Elgar. Today we are on the violin and we're looking at Etude F as in fabulous. And last lesson we did a little precursor video talking about the bowings: détaché, spiccato, staccato, legato, accents, things like that. So refer back to that video if you didn't see that before you start this one, because we're not going to talk about bowings very much in this one. I am going to play this for you real quick so that you can hear it, and then we'll go a little bit slower together. We'll do a little practice session together. But before I play it, let's just take note of a couple things together. So let's find Etude F, grab your pencil, and the first thing is we're going to circle allegro. Allegro is a fast, upbeat vibe, and my trick for finding an allegro tempo is dun 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 dun. Let's try it. So on my metronome I have this little function, it's a tap, so I'm going to just tap that, dun 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 dun, and let's see, it's 119, so approximately 120. So I'm going to turn that up to 120. So that's the first thing. You can use that song to kind of help you find the tempo of allegro. We're also in 4/4, which means that there's 4 beats in a measure and the quarter note gets the beat. There's a forte section for the first part. We've got a repeat there. We have piano for the middle section. And then we've got a return to the forte at the end and a little retard on the last measure. So we're going to pull back the tempo. And then we got a fermata on the last note where we're going to hold until we feel like we're done. All right, so I think that's it. I'm gonna play it for you, and then I'm not gonna do any, well, I guess I should do the repeats. I'll just play it so you can hear the whole thing. I'll do all the repeats. Feel free to take some notes, notice where I am in the bow, things like that. I'll try and be really clear for you. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Piano. Repeat. All right, yay! So that is the little etude that we'll be working on. And could you see I was adding some spiccato in there? So in our previous video, we kind of talked about how the fact, like in the second measure, for example, there's a dot beneath those eighth notes, those little dots there. And you kind of have to use your musical ear to be able to tell, is it spiccato or is it staccato, right? In this case, I'm playing it spiccato just because it's pretty fast, and I just feel like spiccato makes more sense in this case. But we're gonna try and do both options because part of what we're learning are these bowing techniques. So together, let's start with staccato, which is on the string, and usually done in the upper part of the bow where you just move and stop the note. But we'll just see kind of where we end up for this one. Let's give it a try. We're going to do the first section, and I'll put the tempo back at half speed. So that would be 60. Okay, by the way, before we get started, let's get our hand patterns for this key. There's no sharps and there's no flats. So when you're on the G string, you're gonna be in the basic hand pattern. And then the middle two strings are gonna be low 2 for your F natural and your C natural. And on the E string, we're gonna be in a low 1 all whole steps for the F natural, not an F sharp, but an F natural. So we have 3 hand patterns: basic, low 2, and then low 1 all whole steps. All right, by the way, it's a rainy day here today, so if you hear some rain in the background, hopefully it's nice and relaxing. So we're gonna do the first section together, and we're gonna play the 8th notes, or anytime we have a dot, we're gonna play it staccato, so on the string. Okay, ready, and. So let's try it spiccato this time. And spiccato is easier when we do it faster. So what we're gonna end up doing is, here's the second measure. Instead of playing it like this, we're gonna double everything. Just when you have the 8th note. So actually, let's practice that together. Let's play the first measure. I'm sorry, the second measure. I'll play it first so you can listen, and then you can give it a try with me. So here's the second measure, doubling everything. Should we try it together? I'll say ready, go, okay? Ready, go. Let's try it again. Remember, we're in the balance point down here. 2 more times. Ready, go. And 1 more time. Make sure you actually start from the string. You got to start from the string. Ready, go. Okay, so let's do the next measure, measure 3. I'll go first, and then we'll try it 3 times together. So here's measure 3. All right, so 3 times together. From the string, ready, go. See if we can make that accent sound a little bit nicer. Let's try again. And how about 1 more time together? I'm sorry, I forgot to say ready, go. So, ready, go. All right, and we have another little bunch of 8th notes on the second line. Let's begin the second line. I'll go first. So, here we go. Kind of a little bit awkward. Sorry, I had to do a little practice moment. Why don't we do just the last 3 measures there? So second line, 3 measures. We'll do that whole section. So if you want to listen, let's hear it again, or you can try it with me. Ready, go. Should we try it? Let's try it together. So from the string, ready, go. The second measure is a little tricky, isn't it? Let's see if we can try it again. Ready, Go. You know what? Here's one thing that might make your life a little bit easier. Remember, spiccato is supposed to be in the lower part. So here's the second measure. I'm starting my spiccato here, which doesn't work very well. So on the slur, let's save. That way you can begin your spiccato here. So let's circle that little slur and write save, and maybe just to lower third or something, because you don't want to, you just want to end your slur here. That way you can do your spiccato instead of, right, that doesn't work out very well. So that's our first section. Let's look at the middle section. The middle section is all piano, and so let's see if we can hang out in the upper part and be really quiet, or hang out in the middle and just make your way to the tip eventually. Let's see how this goes. We're gonna do, starting with the new section at piano, and we'll do the first ending, then we'll do the repeat, and we'll end in the second ending, okay? So here we are from the second line where we have the piano. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Back to our repeat. You could do double. Anyway, let's look at the second part here. So the second part is just like the beginning, and why don't we try it a little bit faster? We're gonna play it as written, playing it spiccato, so not doubling anything. So I'm gonna turn up the speed. I'm gonna turn it up to 120. I'm so sorry. I know that's a lot faster. That's twice as fast as we were just going. Bum, 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 bum. Should we try it? We did have a little practice earlier. Let's see how this goes. So, from the forte, the end of the third line there. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's a lot of details with this one. The bowing has a lot to do with the difficulty of this one. So work in tiny little sections, do some spot checks, and work up to speed. See if you can get it all to 120. And I'll see you next time where we I guess jump down the next rabbit hole and find something interesting to study. So thanks for being here. I hope you enjoyed this class today.